You know, a topic we've talked about a lot is something called the 1,000 variables. That means there are over 1,000 variables that affect the performance of every crop, every variety, every year. A combination of Mother Nature and management makes up over 1,000 variables and distorts the performance of the products you sell a person and how they perform in the fall. So what I want to do is apply that concept right now during harvest and make sure that you understand the power and the impact of the 1,000 variable concept. The purpose of the 1,000 variable concept, the number one purpose, is to tell you and reassure you that it's never the product's fault. It's never the product's problem. It's always 1,000 variables that distort the performance of every living organism. And I'm going to pull over here and talk about this directly to you because I think it's that important. So the 1,000 variables is such an important concept, as we said, because it determines the kind of performance you're going to have at harvest time. So I was in Calgary, Alberta, Canada one day. I get a call from one of my clients in the United States. He was out riding combines with customers, and he rode a combine with one of his best customers. The customer had split the field, which we tell him not to do. But he split the field, put my client's variety in half the field and a competitive variety in the other half the field. So he went up on my compliance variety and came down on the competitive variety. And on the way back on the competitive variety, he looks at the yield monitor and he says to my client, he says, "Looks like you're getting beat by 10 bushel." Now, what do you think my client said? He said exactly what we taught him to say on the combine when you're getting beat. And this is why he was calling me in Calgary. He said, "Rod, I want to tell you that what you told me really works." When the farmer said, "Looks like you're getting beat by 10 bushel," he said, "Well, at least we know it wasn't a variety." And the farmer didn't know what to say. He said, "What do you mean it wasn't a variety?" He said, how many years in a row have you seen this happen to different varieties where one's at the top one year, next year it's not because of the weather? How many years have you been farming? 20 years. How many years of different environments have you seen over the years? 20? He said, yes. It's never the variety, is it, John? No, I guess you're right. He left that call that day with the customer's entire order for his entire farm, because the farmer had to understand it is never the variety because of those 1,000 variables. So when you're on the combine or you're with a grower or somebody said, "You got beat," the first thing you say is, "Well, at least we know it wasn't the variety." And it's never the variety because of the 1,000 variable concept that says all living organisms are controlled by Mother Nature and management. That's what makes up performance. Happy selling. I'm Rod Osthus. Sponsored by the Seed Seller Blueprint Live, #1 program on how to sell to farmers. We teach salespeople how to make selling easier than ever before. We show them how to take price, the need for programs, and the need for proof of performance out of the conversation, and get the producers to not just buy, but follow their lead. As smart as today's farmers are, things are changing so fast. They don't know what they don't know. So not only do we make selling easier, we show sellers how to help farmers raise higher yields than they ever thought possible or could do on their own. This episode is also brought to you by the Sales Handling Objection Playbook. How do you respond when a farmer says you got beat by 20 bushels this year? Do you have any test plot data? It's too early to order. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Or my personal favorite, I can save $40,000 in seed costs by buying your competitor's seed cheaper. The Handling Sales Objection Playbook gives salespeople a step-by-step process, including word-for-word scripts on how to handle the most common comments and objections farmers give salespeople who call on them. Just go to the rcthomas.com/playbook to purchase this exclusive training tool today. We don't teach the old way of doing things. We teach the 21st century way farmers buy. We're the only source for that kind of information.